police have revealed that the Grenfell Tower fire started in a hotpoint fridge freezer. The model wasn't subject to a product recall, but is now undergoing testing as part of a government investigation.
Well, the London Fire Brigade has long been calling for a ban on plastic-backed fridge freezers, urging manufacturers to use non-combustible materials instead. So just how safe is your fridge, and could other kitchen appliances be putting you in danger too? Our consumer editor Alice Spear is here now, alongside fire safety advisor David Sibbett. Welcome to both of you. So let's start with the latest developments then and what we know, Alice.
This is the model. This is the Hotpoint FF175B. It just looks like a standard fridge freezer. It is a standard fridge freezer. As you've said, there is no known fault. It's not subject to any recall. Whirlpool, who are the parent company of Hotpoint, are asking anyone who owns one of these models to get in contact either by a free phone number or online and register. Then when all the testing is complete, if there is more contact to be made, if there is more warning, if there's anything or maybe a future recall, they will get in contact with you.
And we all know from past experience how slow that process can be with these companies.
Absolutely, it can be, but at the moment there is no pre-existing fault, but it is undergoing testing. But as Dave will tell you, the London Fire Brigade has been flagging up for years that there is an inherent problem with the way that we manufacture fridge freezers in this country. So I shall turn it round in a very sale of the century way and let Dave sort of explain to you why the back of this is so concerning for fire officers.
OK, what we've got is we've got a ladder of fuel. So the thing that's likely to start a fire is the compressor and the electrical equipment right at the bottom. But as you can see, we've got a drip tray here, which is made of plastic right above the electrical equipment. So if that should start a fire, then it can set fire to plastic here. Then the back of the freezer is plastic, and then the whole thing is insulated with polystyrene, which is very combustible. So should a fire start, it moves from one combustible item to the next until we have a very large fire.
And so by the time it gets up here, then it's quite an inferno.
By the time it gets up here, it's quite a fire. But the thing is that if at any point we changed part of that ladder for something that was non-combustible, then it wouldn't get to the really bad stuff, which is the polystyrene inside.
So what difference, what would be easy changes to make on this? I mean, assuming the reason that they don't do this is because it's cost, that
yes,
this is very cheap.
I would imagine so, yes. But the drip tray here, there's no reason why that can't be metal, and the back, there's no reason why that can't be metal. And then we've separated the source of fire from the biggest load of fuel, which is the polystyrene. So even if it does catch fire, the chance of it getting into the polystyrene and being a very big fire is cut significantly.
We always hear so many times, and especially, you know, when you look at what happened at Grenfell, that we've said in the past, oh, it's health and safety gone mad, it's health and safety gone mad. They're all over your plumbing, they're all over the way you put your electrics in. In some parks, you're not allowed to play conkers in case a bit flies off and goes in your eye. How the hell has all of this got through with our regulations? Because Whirlpool say the back panel is made of a type of plastic used in refrigerators throughout the industry. Our products meet all mandatory regulatory and safety standards.
In this country. And that's where we get angry, because this is how UK fridge freezers are manufactured. In the States, they are made entirely differently. They are made out of steel. The drip tray is steel, and this backing it's encased in steel. Now we've got some footage, and you can see here a fridge freezer made in the UK on the right and a fridge freezer made in the States on the left. And that's how they burn. And the London Fire Brigade have shown that from the point of ignition of a UK-made fridge freezer to the point at which the whole kitchen is on fire is 90 seconds. Now, how on earth have we allowed our regulations to get to this stage? I'll tell you why. It's very simple. The regulations in this country are driven by the manufacturers. They are compiled by the manufacturers. They're assessed and driven and written by the manufacturers. Whereas in the States, they're written by the underwriters, by the insurance people, by the lawyers, who then have to handle all the cases where people sue because they've been burnt in a fire. So until we become that litigious society, like the States, we will probably continue to take risks with our appliances.
However, having said all of this, fridge freezers are actually the least dangerous appliances in your kitchen, and we've put some of the other ones in here. Tell us about some of these.
In terms of the frequency of fire, then certainly fridge freezers are uncommon, but the effect of those fires, as we said, can be major because they've got so much fuel inside them. But if we take washing machines and tumble dryers, what you've got there is you've got mechanical moving parts, which you don't have so much of in fridge freezers. You've also got moisture and electricity all in the same place. So if any of those parts go wrong, then you could potentially end up with a fire.